Good morning, Transdev. So today I'm going to show you how to do your air brakes and safe start. So without this key, your bus won't start. You put it in the ignition and bend it all the way right. Next, you want to bring your seatbelt out. Make sure it's not torn in front and make sure your seatbelt is properly attached. Next, you want to check that your CNG tags in your fire suppressor system say okay or have a green light. Next, you want to check that your parking brake is engaged and your gearbox is in neutral. Next, we're going to go start the bus. We're going to put the bus on day run and we're going to listen for the 2 clicks. Once the 2 clicks come on, you are going to turn on your bus. Once your bus is on, you want to check your dash for any lights and buzzers like check engine lights and stuff. Everything seems to be okay. We're going to turn the bus to night run. Once the bus is in night run, we are going to engage our fast idle to get ready for our air brake test. It says always start your air brake test with a fully charged system. So with a fully charged system, I am now ready to start my air brake test. So for my cutout, I am going to turn off my fast idle. And for my cut-in. For my cut-in, it should be no lower than 85 psi. So I'm going to pump my service brake and wait for the needle to move. If the needle does not move in 10 seconds, then I am going to do it again until the needle does move, indicating that this is a good test. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a good test at 110. The move did move up. So next I'm going to do my cutout, which is I'm going to turn on my fast idle, and the air pressure should build up. It should be no more than 140 psi. What we're looking for is for the hissing sound, indicating that the system is fully charged. The air pressure valve should go off, and it should be no more than 140 psi. This Gillies bus usually tops out at about 130 to 135 psi. She's taking quite a long time. She got about 5 more psi's to go before she hits about 130 psi, which is normal for a ghillie. It's between 130 to 135. It should be no more than 140 psi's. She stopped moving at 130 psi. I did not hear the air pressure valve go off though. But she did stop moving there. Okay? So we got a fully charged system at 130 psi. I am going to turn off my fast idle. Next test I'm going to perform is the low air warning test. For the low air warning, I am going to cover my service brake, release my parking brake, and I'm going to start pumping my service brake till I get a light and buzzer on the dash. And this should happen between 55 and 75. I am going to perform that now. I'm going to cover my service brake, release my parking brake, and then I'm going to start pumping. This is a good test at 75 psi. I got a light and buzzer on my dash. Next, I am going to perform my spring brake. For my spring brake, I'm going to continue to pump my service brake till my parking brake pops. And this should happen between 20 and 45. Pop at 50. That is it's a bad test because it fell out of range, but it's normal for this bus. It's normal for the Gillies. So this is a good test. Next is the air pressure buildup. I'm going to turn my fast idle on, and I'm going to let the system to build up. It should take no more than 45 seconds from 85 to 100. I'm going to start once she gets to 85. So she's at 85 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It took 20 seconds for the air pressure to build up from 85 to 100. So this is a good test. Next, we are going to allow for the system to fully charge till we move to the next test, which is the static air leakage test. So for the static air leakage test with the fully charged system, I'm going to turn off my bus and then turn it back to night run so my needles will have power and engage. And I should lose no more than 2 psi's in 1 minute. There is a fully charged system, so I'm going to turn the bus off, then turn it back to night run. I'm going to see I got a fully charged system at 130 psi's, and I'm going to watch it for 1 minute. I should not lose no more than 2 psi's. So let's say 1 minute has passed. I am still at 130 psi's, so this is a good test. I lost 0 psi's. My next test is my apply brake test. I am going to cover my service brake and release my parking brake and wait for the needle to settle. She settled down to 120, and I should not lose no more than 3 psi's in 1 minute. So let's say 1 minute has passed. I am still at 120, so I have lost 0 psi, so this is a good test. Next, it requires me to secure my bus, pop my parking brake, release my foot off the service brake, start my engine, and now I am going to perform my inner lock system. For my inner lock system, I am going to cover my service brake, release my parking brake, put my bus in drive, make sure it's a solid D, and then I'm going to open my back door, and then I should be able to release my foot off the service brake, and I should have a dead throttle. I am going to perform it now, covering my service brake, release my parking brake, turning off my fast idle, putting my bus in drive, it's a solid D, opening my back door, making sure that the light in the back door is on, and through the window that the door is actually open. So now I am free to release my foot off the service brake, And I do indeed have a dead throttle, so this is a good test. For my next test is my service brake test. I am going to cover my service brake. I am going to close my back door. Now the bus is in drive, so the bus is free to move as long as the only thing covered in my bus is my foot on the service brake. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the bus roll forward for a short distance, 3 to 5 miles an hour. And what I'm looking is that my steering wheel is not going to tuck or pull to one side or the other. Okay? But before that, you want to say PA system testing, bus in motion.
PA system testing, bus in motion.
You want to clear your mirrors and sound your horn and let the bus move forward. Short distance, and then cover my service brake, and my steering wheel did not pull or tug to one side or another, so this is a good test. My last test is my parking brake test, where I'm going to let the bus roll forward, and then I'm going to just pull on my parking brake and let the bus tug, and it should come to it. The parking brake should stop the bus. And that would conclude. I put my bus in neutral, make sure my parking brake is on. I will sound my horn and say this would conclude my air brake test.